Hold on, I'm starting. Kenny got a call from Iowa.
Those are always exciting.
Apparently. He was waiting for that call.
It's probably, what's that other podcast that's out there? One of the big ones.
I only know that one now. Although they talk about it, apparently there's a bunch. Fuck, I thought I invented it.
Well, I knew that there was the one, but it was Steve Mathis, I think it is, right?
Yeah.
I never listened to that. And
that's
then
why,
the dude
hey,
from,
I saw him on Supercross, right? And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? How is he talking on here? Like, I didn't even realize why he had a show.
Well, that's what everybody thinks when you start talking, and then all of a sudden I chime in. How's this guy at?
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly just because the internet allows anyone to do this.
I love it. Good.
This is the last Wild West. They're going to shut this shit down.
Oh, they will, too. They'll ruin it.
They will.
They'll have to listen to assholes on podcasts.
It'll be the same thing. The internet will just be like the FCC will be making sure you don't swear on your stuff and everything else.
That's fucking bullshit. And then we can't drink.
You just got shut down. They're like, listen, you can drink, but you can't drink your tequila straight out of a bottle for the whole show.
It's gotta be.
Okay.
Labels. Can't have my Lagunitas. Daytime, at night. We don't care about any of the rules. We don't care. Breaking them all right there, Clint. We're
Dude,
outlaws.
we lost our only viewer, Dwayne.
I logged off. Well, me and that kid Ron, or whoever that guy was, had said there was only 2 of us.
Yeah, it had finally picked up to 4. It finally realized there was 4, and then Kenny decided he needed to go take this very important call. Like he said, I'm going to switch to his camera, and I'm sure it's just staring into his bedroom. Yep, empty bedroom. Fan, it's in Florida. The fan's just spinning like crazy.
Was it? I thought it was just gonna be his kid, just like
jumping on the bed.
Yeah, just surfing the internet.
That would be awesome. That would have been better.
Yeah, who knows what kind of trouble he would have gotten into.
Did you watch The Nations?
Hell yeah, I watched them.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it.
I bought it too, and for the third Moto, it says starting at 11, and then there was a countdown timer that said 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I kept trying to reload it. It didn't work. So I'm like, they must have rain delayed it or something. And then I come back in, and I don't remember what I did, but I come back in, and it's like the very end of it. And then I go and I can't even watch the replay. They don't even let you watch a replay. And I'm like, I just spent $35 for this bullshit. That's what I was saying. I was like, I wouldn't even care. Like, I want to support the sport, but it's like, that money's not even going to the riders. Like, I wish
it's just going to MXGP or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, FIM or something.
Well, I bought it for 28 euros or whatever it was. And then I had to tell everybody to shut all the shit off in the house. We couldn't have other, because the internet is what it is right now.
Yeah.
So I was able to see it, but then it was like it would cut out right at the fucking end almost every time. It was a good race. They got a shit ton of rain, it looks like.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see that Lawrence dude from Australia?
Australia, yeah.
He got a Geico ride for next year.
Yeah. Well, so from what I read, he's riding for some European Honda team next year, and then he's coming to the United States in 19. 20 and 21 is his deal.
Great. Now I'm fake news.
Fake Nick Turbo Nuts is fake news.
I jumped the gun. Hey, we'll wait till 2 days later, and then I'll take that story back.
You can't
You can't be
trusted.
Yeah, no, Lawrence is coming back. It's Jason Lawrence. He moved to Australia. He's coming back.
He moved to Australia. He's been eating kangaroo. He's ready to fucking.
Roddy Mack calling Reed a kangaroo fucker.
Yeah,
on Instagram.
Yeah. I wonder if he like called him before that and was like, "Hey,
I don't know.
I was about to get real ignorant."
Yeah, he took it like to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because
But he does every day. His last post was about eating ass every day.
Yeah. Well, now he's sponsored by Butt Snorkeler.
Yeah, and FMF.
Well, FMF's been there the whole time. And their FMF being affiliated with it and Butt Snorkeler and all that is only makes them the cool company, you know what I mean? Because
That's why I got a power bomb on my steed right here.
Got a what? Cummerbund?
Power bomb. That's what they put on the 4-stroke. It's on the other side.
I would make an exhaust called the Cummerbund.
I put a cummerbund on. It's formal. It's quiet, polite.
You can ride it in your neighborhood.
Yeah, people won't judge me as harshly. No, I got it because I'm like, well, they're all going to do the same thing. FMF seems like a cool company, so that's what's going on.
The power bum.
Is Yoho out or what?
It must be a very important call.
How many kids did he say he had?
He has 2. Hold on, let me switch and see. Nope, still his empty room. How? Jeez, it's really loud over there. Nope, it's just his empty room, and then when I talk, it plays really loud over the speaker on his computer.
Oh gosh, this is awesome.
Man, no respect for the show at all. No respect. He doesn't even know what it is. He's trying to work his way up to.
What happened to your beard?
I don't have a beer.
Beard.
Oh, I'm like, what? And I was almost like
beard.
I was almost like, how did somebody else just say that to me? Oh yeah, you were just watching it.
Yeah, I'm honest.
That's like we were on here one night and I was talking about I just rode or whatever, and the next day I got 2 texts about riding from different people, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh yeah, we were just talking about that.
Oh yeah, I published that to the world.
Yeah, and 2 people that I already know wrote me. It's not really that much of a crazy conspiracy.
No one wrote me. That hurts.
Well, none of your friends ride; they drink.
Yeah, and they just shame me when I do ride, throw things at me, and they're all like an abusive boyfriend. They just get drunk and then they tell me I'll never be good enough. You'll never make it. And then they apologize. They're like, I just want you to be better, man. That's all I want. I'm just realizing all this now.
They don't want you to get too good and leave.
They all left. Everybody fucking went to LA. Well, not everybody. 2 of them.
You just writing off Dom and Nacho Libre or whatever his name is?
Ooh, Machine?
No.
Who's Nacho Libre?
Oh, Dom did leave, didn't he?
Dom's in LA. Machine's in LA. Maverick went to fucking England.
Maverick?
He came out there and wadded himself up for a couple of your contests on the CR125. Remember him? He was at Dan's, and we had the ramp set up, and he was hitting it, and then the next day, nobody told him they scooted the ramp back in.
Oh. Sounds
he
about
went to
right.
flat.
I do remember that now.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Yeah.
He would always send it, though. He's better on a BMX bike, but he was going for it.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that was the stupidest thing to have happen. Because that was totally somebody's fault. Like, this shouldn't have been moved. Or he
No.
should have asked or something. I don't know. Something should have happened.
It's just one of those things. It just, well, when you're at the contest, especially for him, like, he wasn't riding that long. He was fucking nervous as shit. And he's like, I just got to get, I know how he's just got to get back out there and hit it, the next day.
I don't remember his face. But I remember the situation. I do remember some dude going long as shit down that hill in Dan's backyard, right?
Yep. He's a little shorter than me, little Dago kid.
I don't remember him coming with you.
He did.
I mean, but I didn't.
He was coming, and then so we had to dance from, Chicago, and he got all fucked up, and then we picked him up, and then he passed out in the truck, and then he woke up about, in Oklahoma, freaking out, not knowing where he was. He's like, take me home. I'm like, dude, we're going to Texas right now. He's like, no fucking way. So,
shut up.
Yeah, he didn't really, travel. He knew he was going, but then he got fucked up, and then we went and picked him up from wherever he was. Because we're like, no, you said you wanted to go. And he's like, yeah. And he didn't really travel. We went to Murray's one time, and he was cool with it. But then, halfway through, he was like, I gotta get home. I gotta fucking get home and take a shower. I don't like this. Because we went up, we stopped at Sheboygan, went to a bunch of bars, and we slept in the truck. Sheboygan! We slept in the truck, and then went to Murray's the next day. And then we stayed at Murray's, and he had, two 200-pound dogs that run it through the creek, living in this fucking barn where we could stay, and I was like, I'm not. And it had 10 fucking filthy dirt bikers in it.
I think that's where I stayed when we did the contest there.
Yeah, I don't think I went to that contest. Dude, Murray has a sweet setup.
Yeah.
I think it's even nicer now. What's Yoho doing?
I don't know. I just text him. Let me know when you're back. Apparently he's making deals, man. He's making deals.
Good for him. Something.
You know.
I don't know how. I guess
Dwayne asked, what do we think about the electric bikes and how far do you see it going? Yeah, I wish they weren't so expensive because I'm like, would be sick to have one of those, especially here in New Jersey. I'm sure Illinois, nobody's too fond of you blasting through wherever, and then you could just ride them. There's so many mountain bike trails here, right behind the condo here. Well, they're whatever, dirt bike, mountain bike, whatever you want. But the neighbor here sucks, so I don't want to unload my fucking 450 and fire her up and ride it through the rest of the the complex, and then sneak up through the woods.
That's when you have to do it.
I know. All right, Kenny is back.
All right, well, go do your thing with Kenny.
All right, we'll get online. Watch us.
All right, man. Sorry about that. We had a hurricane a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, we claimed FEMA. Our house got kind of screwed up. So hopefully we'll get some money here.
Are you still in the same house that I came down to?
No, actually I moved. I remember that place. That was, that was back before, Teresa passed away, back then. But yeah, I moved. I lived in another house for 8 years, and now I'm in a new place with my girlfriend Becky. Not married yet, but we got a kid.
There you go.
But yeah, hurricane just came through here and wiped. I had a big shed out back with my camper underneath it. Took the whole shed off, and yeah, it's really screwed everything up. So just the odds of FEMA calling. So.
I thought you were making some big money deal for a race series or something.
No. The money racing. The first year we were going. I mean, I was throwing everything into it. I was trying to make it all happen. But I settled down. We do $10,000 for the pros each year. But I need to make some money myself. Right now with the hurricane, it's been slow, so we're just trying to get everything back going. But I have races. I got a 10-week tour right now, so we're on week 3. So we got 10 more weekends, or 7 more weekends, and then we get a week off. But yeah, have you ever heard of Pit Pass
Radio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
So that's like what they do at the Nationals.
Yeah, I did one of these with film as well. That should be coming on as well. It's not video though. It's just on the phone.
Well, so this is live right now on YouTube.
That's cool.
Down the road, I've been talking to some people about trying to get it set up so that I can broadcast live on like YouTube, Facebook, whatever, Instagram at the same time, so that way you can grab a bigger audience. But most of our listens right now are from the podcast version, the audio version.
Tell me this, Clint, are you living in Jersey still, or Texas?
Yeah, I'm in Jersey now.
Where?
In New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay, that's where you're from. What's holding you to New Jersey? Is anything holding you there?
Well, my girlfriend and my parents.
That's a good that's a good thing.
Other than that, nothing.
Yeah,
wow, what do you got going on in Florida?
I built a studio outside my house. I built a full studio, and I got a full setup. And I'm not even using it right now because the hurricane, it didn't demolish it, but it tore it up pretty good. The electric running out there, the water is all shot. It's all broken right now. So that's why I'm not out in my studio. I'm actually in my bedroom.
So what were you using the studio for?
I was setting it up. I was setting it up for podcasts.
Cool.
I wanted to do office and do a podcast. And I actually have cameras. I have everything already bought. It's just the hurricane ripped everything up. So it is what it is. But that's why I was asking you that, because, I could take my business to another level if I had soldiers like you, Yeah. There's just a lot of things to do. Yeah, I run races, but there's so much more I could do if I had the manpower to do it. So I'll get there little by little. Some people leave, some people go. Just got to keep the wheels moving, and I'll get the podcast. I'll get everything as I go. So
yeah, I hear you. That's where I'm at. I'm refiguring out what I got going on. So this is one of the things I knew I had to do, at least something in the dirt bike industry, even if it is just me sitting in the living room talking to dirt bike people for a little while on the internet, whatever. That's
not a bad job. You just got to work it up, and I think the sponsors, once you show them that you got viewers and you got people. That's the other thing too, is just let me know, tag me on Facebook, so then all of my viewers can see this, so they'll go on and watch this as well.
You don't go on your Instagram that much?
My girlfriend posts the Instagram. She just posts Instagram, but I'm mostly on Facebook. I mean, I'll go on there and look, but man, I really don't. I just have a bad time with technology and computers and phones. I lose them. I break. That's why I'm looking at my TV. Is my face on my computer's black.
Yeah, what happened? No, what happened to your lighting?
My lighting?
Did your lighting change since you left?
No, I had this light on when I came in. So I don't know how the lighting is. Is that better? It's a little bit.
Well, and didn't you dim it before?
Yeah. Like that? Just twist the bulb.
So,
Hold on, I can get a flashlight.
There you go, light your face up that way. So you were, I feel like I got into freestyle pretty soon, pretty early, as soon as it happened almost. And you guys were already doing shows down there by the time I even had messed with it. So, like, you guys were way ahead of the curve.
Well, how it started for me is I was in Europe in 1999, and over there they were doing these. They called them super something. I don't know. It was like a super something contest. Anyways, I could do a hill clicker, and I could do a couple tricks. I could do a double can, and I just did that for fun. So, but on them contests, I did it. I actually I did a hickory nut crunch. Anyways, I won a couple of them.
Hickory nut
contests.
crunch, for the people that don't know, is where you do a Superman and you don't get yourself back, and then you just land and just fall right to your balls on the seat.
Yeah, you just land it. I mean, back then I just threw it out. But then in time I learned how to control my legs and do stuff. But anyways, back then we were throwing hickory nut crunches and horseshoes. But when I came back here from Germany, I got invited to a competition in Fort Lauderdale. So I went down and did an IFMA in Fort Lauderdale, and that's how it all started. We went down and did the contest and met Flying Hawaiian and met a lot of cool guys from that contest. And then after that, I'm like, hey, we're building a ramp. Screw the contest. We're going to make our own crew. We're going to make our own deal.
So that ramp that I rode at Mesa Park, was that the ramp that you guys made?
I'm listening. Yeah, Mesa Park was still to the day we race at Mesa Park. So there's a lot of history with Mesa Park. So
I was telling the story of that was the very first show I ever did. I didn't go this in depth with the van. So they borrow a van from the strawberry farm in Plant City, which is strawberry capital of the world or something, in case you didn't know. At least the U.S., right?
Yeah, that's true.
So they borrow this van, and the thing like kind of flutters real bad. So Kenny and Renner are in there both swearing that they can drive the van better, and it's all bab 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 bab. Kenny's like, you gotta feather the gas, you gotta pat the gas. And then they're both just screaming at each other for hours about, you can't drive the thing. No, you can't drive the thing.
That's how it all started, man. I built that ramp after the contest. I built the ramp, and I called Renner. I called Rudy, and I'm like, look, we're starting this. They didn't do the contest. So after that, I was like, hey, we got to start this. So we went on a road, but it wasn't like a freestyle tour. It was more like a carnival tour. We did stuff like we would put Renner in the crowd, and he would act like he was drunk, and then we would be like, he would be like, I can do that, and then he would jump the fence, and then jump on the bike, and then like we would come up with skits like that, and that was the most fun, That shit was fun. It got too real, and politics come in to play, and then
but now that's exactly what needs to happen. Like as far as circus wise and shit like that. Like Travis, he at the end of his career he would jump 3 times and then get on the microphone. And I'm like, listen, that is a horrible fucking show. And the promoter's pissed off he got gypped a rider. I was like, what you need to do is be the announcer and then have one of us talk some shit to you. And then you be like, I can fucking do that. And then you do 3 tricks and then it's cool because you're the announcer that can do tricks. Not the fucking rider that jumps twice and then announces.
That night when Renner jumped the fence, though, he was acting like a drunk. When he jumped the fence and he went to go get on the bike, 2 cops fucking ran across there and tackle him. Boom! We didn't let them in on the show, but it was pretty funny.
And he always had those stickers that said, "Who's your daddy?" from the gas station.
Yeah, Renner, I talked to him 2 or 3 months ago, and he's moving back to Florida, so I guess he'll be back here soon. I still stay in touch with everybody. Rudy's in Panama. Thorny's up in Canada,
Yeah.
and then Bubba. Bubba is probably one of my best friends. You know, he's here with me in Florida, so we still spend a lot of time. You guys want Bubba on as well? He would love to come on your show as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. That would be sick. So how did now we're talking about Bubba, Crusty Bubba, and for people that don't know, Kenny was in what Crusties were you in?
Well, we started out with SMP. We did the Disturbing the Peace and SMP. I was an SMP rider for a year, and then we went to Crusty. But Krusty's, I was 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 4 years there. The first year I was broke up, so I hardly was on there. I was on there jumping golf carts with broken arms and stuff. But yeah, that's where actually I met Bubba racing when I was racing pro, and he worked for Race Tech. This is before Crusty even came out. So after Krusty's came out, I knew Bubba, so it was kind of like a fit, you know. So then, we became one of the Krusty's home. They would come to Florida. They'd come hang out with us.
Right. So is that how you got in with that, because you knew Bubba?
Yeah, I would say the most part. You know, I mean, like I said, the first year I was broke up. So the first year we brought Javier. What's the chili beans name?
Yeah,
He's
Javier
like,
Viegas.
Viegas, yeah. He was like 17, 18 years old. We brought him there, and he broke his leg. But, the first year with the Krusty's crew, it's like, what can you do, you know? What crazy shit are you going to bring? That's how you make Krusty's. So Bubba just was the intro, but we still had to make our presence known. So the first year, Chili Bean broke his leg, and then Rudy went big, and just caught their attention. So I'd say they did the hard work, but it was cool. I got to travel a lot. In Chile, I did a lot of crashing for them. So we still got a good relationship today. John and Dana, they run, they're owners, part owners of Crusty Demons. So they're still around, and nothing's changed. It's just 20 years later.
So you did the original Crusty tour, or
I
you mean
did
traveling
not the
around for the
Crusty,
videos?
The Crusty tour I would consider would be in Australia, and I didn't do that one, but I did a Chile tour, and then I did Easter Island, and then we did Dominican Republic. We did tours over there. So all of them, they were small tours. They weren't like the big Australian tour, So that's one I missed. But Bubba, I told him to bring me over, but he ended up not taking me and busting his ass, so he deserved it. Yeah, because it's a different life on the Crusty tour. It's hardcore. Them guys are pretty hardcore. I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, I mean, shit, we partied hard.
Yeah.
And then go out and jump, and definitely wasn't a safe thing to do. But you're young and dumb, and shit
I tell
happens.
people all the time, like, it's kind of different now with the tricks that they're doing as well. Like, we had like 6 tricks that everybody was doing, and they were fairly easy compared to what's going on now.
Yeah, now the progression is. I can't even think of some of the shit they're doing now. If I would have started and seen that, I probably wouldn't have got into it.
Yeah.
But fortunate we were the beginning, so it was little by little, So our age group, the main thing was to do a backflip. Now it's double backflips.
Yeah. Or do all your tricks in backflips.
In backflips, yeah. So it is what it is. I'm happy to have the stories and still be here. So
yeah, I agree with that. I tell people all the time that nobody could rile up a crowd of rednecks like Kenny Yoho. Those fucking we'd be doing monster truck shows in like these dirt floor rodeo arenas. Fuck, man. And Kenny would have just everybody in there going crazy, come blasting across the floor, bah, nose wheelie. set her down right before the wall, turn around, blast across to the other wall, do another nose wheelie, all while Nelly's I'm Number One was playing.
I wish we could go back and relive that for one day, but yeah, the hillbilly shows, they got old, after 8 years of doing them. They got pretty repetitious, but it was still fun.
Hey, I did like a couple of years ago, I did damn it. It was one of the ones we did, like Bossier City or something like that. Like, it was an old Bo show, but now whoever has them. But I actually just got called in to do one. It's a different tour now. It's Monster X.
Really?
Yeah. So it got bought by somebody else had the Monster X tour, and they bought Bo's shows out. And Jason was still announcing. But I think that there may have been one other person that was there from the old crew yet. But yeah, I did one of those little towns that we did, like years and years and years ago. It was funny. It was a blast from the past. They had a crawfish boil and just like bags of crawfish and stuff. Same old.
I wish, I always wonder what Bo's up to. Tom Burgess.
Yeah, he was running.
Bird Dog.
Yeah, Bird Dog. He was actually running one of them. Like, so he was still organizing it, but it wasn't his show. Like, he was just show director.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
he
cool.
was.
He was good to me. I mean, shit. He kept money coming. Coming in for 8 years. 8 years we did that tour with him.
Yeah.
And just met some cool people, and like, remember Dennis? Dennis has passed away now. He was their T-shirt salesman.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good times, man. Good times. And shit, we were the Dirty South tour.
Yeah, for sure.
Homa, how about Homa?
Maybe that's what it was. I don't remember. Remember Andalusia? All those.
Andalusia? Yeah. Oh yeah. Tupelo too. You can't forget Tupelo.
Man.
So,
yeah.
your truck and stuff, you still got that? You got rid of it?
No, yeah, I got rid of it. Like 2 years ago or whatever. He was having a bunch of issues anyway, so I just sold it to somebody that was gonna haul cars with it. I was like, all right, whatever.
That's what I did mine. Same thing. It became a record.
Yeah.
I did have a badass truck though. I'll give it that. That was cool.
I just saw some pictures. Didn't you land in the windshield one time?
Yes, I did. Yeah, Jack was there for that one. Rowe.
Jack Rowe was there when you did it?
Yep.
He had to have been a little kid then.
Well, what happened? Yeah, he was. He was like 17, 18. He wasn't even jumping for me. He was jumping for the other group. And what happened is, the year before I went there, and we kicked ass, man. We made like 20 grand in 10 days, So like we were like, I was pumped. So the next year I rebooked that show, and we went there. We were jumping at a place called Suck Bang Blow. So,
I jumped there.
So we went there, and all of a sudden they had another team set up, and we're like, oh, this ain't good. So we had to rotate shows and the partying and everything. It just, by the end of the 10 days, I think it was day 9 or 10, I jumped through the hood of the truck, but it really wasn't me. It was a mechanical malfunction. But it comes back on me because I didn't check the bikes. You got to check your bikes, and I think it was a power valve stuck or something. So, but I didn't crash. I mean, I stopped it. I stopped right in the window and fell off of it. But I had to put the bike in. My wrists were sore, but I wasn't broken. But I had to drive the truck home with a broken window, and that trip ended up costing me like $2,000 or $3,000. Well, it goes to show you, you can't put your eggs in a basket thinking that you're going to get something like you did the year before, because shit changes. Same thing with this race and stuff. You never know.
Yeah. You got to be ready to come up with new ideas and move around.
Yeah, yeah. It's just yeah, it's gotta always be ready for the next step, you know. So but yeah, the what was that movie that you guys did?
What
Was
movie?
it
Bro?
no, remember the guy that he did the movie, he came out and he did a segment of me in your movie. What was that? FMX East, right?
Yeah. Well,
What was it?
the first one where you don't have that where we're partying probably in like Tupelo or some shit, and then you walk across the tops of all those cars.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes. I remember your buddy Jamie, and then I remember, yeah, I just remember we had a lot of good times.
Yeah, a lot of good times. The amount of stories I have just of Kenny is probably ridiculous.
And half of them we can't talk about.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
Now we were just young, and we had our goals. We had, you know, we were doing what we were doing. So I don't know. I wouldn't trade it. I mean, it's a part of us, and like I say, we weren't Travis Pastrana, but we were definitely the king of Tupelo.
Yeah, for a period of time. Huh? I remember being in Andalusia, and every time we would tell somebody the hotel we were staying in, locals, they would go, "Ooh."
But you know, like, it was perfect because we were all on the road. We didn't have girlfriends. We didn't have all that, you know. So we would sleep wherever. I've
Yeah.
slept in dumpsters and I've slept in big mansions, so it doesn't matter.
I pulled you know how the water comes out at the in the tub, and then you got to pull the thing to lock it so it'll come out on the, you know, the up top. Well,
Yeah.
when I pulled it, I pulled the whole thing off, and it just started shooting water between my legs.
That's funny.
I just jammed the thing back on there to get it come on.
So what's Turbo do? Is he your partner?
Well, he lives in well, with this he is. He lives in Illinois, but he actually works doing. They have a company that works on houses, but I think he just like inspects roofs. That's all. He just sends me Snapchats of him on roofs all day. So
That's cool.
I think
So you got a girlfriend now?
Yeah.
That's cool. And the kids are right around the corner.
You just settle down, Kenny. What did you think about MX of Nations?
Is that where the one that Tomac's not going?
It just happened this past weekend.
Yeah, and he didn't go, right?
Yeah.
He yeah, see, it tells you how much I know. I don't know. I watched the Nationals, and then I watched the MXGP in Florida. They just had that here in RJ, Hampshire. I don't know if you know Ricky. You know Ricky, his dad?
No.
He was a good friend of mine. He grew up racing with me. Ricky did, Hampshire. But his son, which is 2021, he just won the MXGP at in Florida. So pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I keep, you know, I follow. I'm not like a everyday type of guy, but I definitely follow, and I TiVo it on TV, and I keep up with it. But I don't really watch the Nations. I didn't know. I just heard that Tomac was protesting, or he didn't want to race it.
Yeah, he said the schedule's too long or something like that.
Yeah, so that's why I hear people bitching about, I was like, well, who knows the real story.
Yeah, and I think after the year that he had, like, he just barely pulled that motocross championship out. I think he needs to take a little bit of time off and reset and get ready to be mentally strong. And I think being tired and working yourself really hard makes it easier to fail a little bit mentally.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that to represent our country, you're given that honor. You got to take it. If he had an injury, if he had something going wrong, but I think his main deal is staying on two wheels. I think he's the fastest, one of the fastest. Him and Moose, I think the two fastest, and just Tomac keeping it on two wheels.
Yeah, but what about Hurlings and Caroli as far as?
Well, that's different now. Caroli's a badass, so good thing he's not racing our whole series, or he would probably do it. But I foresee Mooscan being next year's champion, and I see him keeping it for a couple years. Tomac, I don't know. I think he's got the speed, but I don't think he stays on two wheels. I don't think he's consistent enough. Once Mooscan gets his shit together, which I think will be next year, it's kind of like Jean-Michel Bell. You remember him?
Oh yeah.
That's the same thing as Mooscan's kind of like a new Jean-Michel Bell.
I feel like Tomac for some reason like wilts when it gets real tough, or when he gets into like a points chase or something.
Yeah, something's up. It's like he's got a break in his armor for sure. But like, I think racing more, winning more, doing more, then that's when you just become. So I don't think this layoff or missing the donations will help him. I think it's going to give him less confidence. He's got confidence, but I don't know. I don't like it. But I don't know what happened at the donations. Did we win? No, we got our ass kicked.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly, but it wasn't any good. I know we weren't top 3. I don't know. I want to say we're lucky if we're top 5. Sealy had 2. I don't know if he DNF'd or if he just finished way back. Supposedly blew a shock out in both moto. Osborne got a 10-3. And Covington even like apologized and was just like, I couldn't handle the 450 in the mud because he's a 250 rider.
So that was our 3.
Yeah. So I mean, and to just throw Covington onto a 450 into a scenario like that, and then it rained real bad. It was in England or whatever, Great Britain. It ended up raining real bad.
That's why we lost, because it was kind of thrown together. What about? Did I hear Roger DeCoster is retiring?
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
That's just what I heard. I heard that he's retiring.
It's like, how old is that dude now?
I don't know. I would say 75. I mean, he's an old guy.
My entire motocross life, he's like managed the best teams.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is something's going wrong if we're not winning. We're definitely one of the best, but anything can happen.
Well, so Tomac said he didn't want to go.
Who was your favorite rider growing up?
RJ at first. Ricky Johnson when
that's my favorite rider. Yeah, Rick Johnson was always my favorite.
And then I really like Bradshaw.
Yeah, Bradshaw. I raced against his brother, Zach Bradshaw. He's the same age as me. So me and Zach raced like amateur growing up. So Damon was always there beside him, So I know them guys pretty good. He's a monster truck driver now.
Yeah, well, he's actually getting into off-road racing for Gas.
Yeah, the beast from the east.
Yeah. What the hell are we talking about? Oh yeah. I like.
What are you doing?
He's going off. There you go.
He's not scared at all, man. We'll be sitting out on the porch, and then he'll just whip his thing out and start peeing, He's crazy. Wait, that's my payback, man.
I was just thinking that.
He's my payback for sure. But the cool thing is he'll get scared. I'll push him through stuff. He'll get scared, but then he likes it. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's your payback.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You're in trouble, son.
What's that?
If you get it all back, you're in trouble.
Hey.
You get the tub. Okay.
All right.
What was he saying?
He's a man.
What was he
So
saying?
what? So you're 37 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I was
crazy.
21 when we met.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy how time flies.
Yeah. I was telling Nick about that first show where you just had that crazy ramp on the trailer and just drove by the landing and was like looking in the rear view and just goes, "That looks good." And I was like, "What the fuck's that mean?" And you're like, "Yeah, we're gonna put the ramp there." And I'm like, "How far is that?" And you're just like, it's about right.
But that's how, in the beginning, I mean, we didn't have no specs. We didn't have it. We made it all ourselves. But yeah, in the beginning, I don't know, we come from racing, so it didn't matter. Just jump it. But later on in my jumping, I don't know, I just got bad with distances. The more I jumped with freestyle, the worse I got with distances. Then once I started riding again, and then I went back to ramp, I could definitely judge more. So I definitely think that the racing helps. I don't know how these ramp kids do it.
They just learn one thing, you know? Turn.
Yeah.
Hit it. I mean, I agree.
She's in the shower now, so
That's
I
right.
went ahead and turned it back on.
The big issue is that I think when people don't have a racing background, you know, like where you deal with getting bucked and stuff like all the time, and then all of a sudden you go to a scenario where the buck is going to be way worse because it's going to be off of the top of a 12-foot landing, steep 12-foot landing. You know what I mean? Like those dudes are in trouble once they actually get caught really bad in a scenario like that if you haven't dealt with it over and over and over at high speeds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to fear watching them jump.
Yeah.
But then some of them, though, they got it down, man. They can hit the pop and do all kinds of crazy shit. Trying to think of them guys' names.
Well, all of them anymore, almost. I'm looking for the charger for this computer. I don't know where my charger's at. So, you, there you go. Put your shirt up there.
That light's brutal, I know that, but
It's all
nothing
good.
I can do next time.
Well, next time you'll have your studio up going.
Yes, that's on the top of my list. I just ain't got not enough money right now. I'm waiting for FEMA, and then we're gonna see what they do, and then it's not a lot. It's just work mainly, but yeah, I'll have the studio up and rolling, and yeah, I was kind of bummed out because I worked hard. I mean, I worked 3 months to get that thing going, and then it was just like God telling me, "Hey, not yet, man. Wait for it." And so we'll have it right next door. I'll build a salon, so it's like a building. I got a studio. It's out back of my house, and then I build Becky's oldest daughter a salon, so she can do hair. So she's shut down too. So we got to get back up and running. And then that's why I say, if you come down to Florida, you got a place to stay, man. I got plenty of room. I live on 2.5 acres and in the country, so there's literally nothing beside us. So we can ride in my yard. do whatever you want. What about kids? You teach or you do anything up there, or just the podcast?
Yeah. I mean, I just have a regular job and podcast. The podcast doesn't it's just a hobby at the moment. But no, I don't do any schools or anything.
Yeah, I've been doing that, but I'm at the end of my run, and the reason why is just because kids don't remember who you are. You know, it's like you teach them for 2 years, and then that third year, all of a sudden, they just forget where they come from. So I just get tired of giving. I think it's a special formula, so I'm gonna wait and just give it to my kids. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of taking a step back from the schools, promote races, help the people that I want to help, but just kind of take a step back. And then when Wildman's ready, we'll go to it.
There you go. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, freestyle is the same way, right? You give people opportunities, and then they kind of don't appreciate it or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's I don't know. It's just kind of one of the things. There was a kid last year that I taught. I took him. He never rode a bike. Like, they come to me and he was, he wanted to get into racing. So I told him, yeah, I'll help you. But really, I don't like to do this because I've already had kids that did it to me before. And then sure enough, same thing. I got him going good, and now it's a year later, and they forget who I am. So I don't know. I had to tell you off the air a little bit insight on that one.
Yeah.
You'd like to get, because he's getting trained by somebody else now. He's moved on. So
yeah, that's how that goes. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it is what it's just frustrating, So it's like, I don't know. I like and I enjoy it. I got passionate. I know how to ride, but I don't know. I just think that there's so many people out there teaching schools now. It's like over polluted, and then you got 5 people in Florida that can teach that actually are real riders, and then you got 10 people that are fake as hell. That's just gonna blow a bunch of smoke up people's asses. And that's what sucks is people will run over there just because they're blowing smoke up people's ass. They'll run over there and listen. But I'm not that guy, Like, if you don't believe in me, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm just going to tell you the truth. And then sometimes the truth hurts.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we're at is people, they get this progression, and then all of a sudden that progression's not there for a month or two. Then they start looking elsewhere. And it takes years. It takes years and years of repetition, experience, commitment.
Well,
even with your broken leg, going back to racing, you put yourself in a position, you got the whole shot, shit happens, so you just gotta get experience. I'm sure you learned from that, so Bubba, he did the Vet National last year, so he was all pumped up. He came back from the Vet National. He came back to my race. He did exactly like you did. He got the whole shot, and he was fucking giving her. And then some guy jumped and landed beside him, tangled, and he broke his ribs.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, so Bubba, same situation. He raced again for the first time this week, though, so he's back. He's back riding again.
That's sweet.
But I don't know. It's kind of cool. We got a cool little group down here.
Yeah, I would like to come down there maybe in the winter and do some moto, maybe ride a race and film the experience and everything. That would be cool. Put a little video together for you or something.
Yeah, if you ever decide, just let me know, and that'd be a cool little cool road trip, Bring your girlfriend down, like I said. I got a place to stay, so.
Well, my mom and sister actually have a condo in the Tampa area.
Where?
Like St. Pete, I think.
It's like 30, 45 minutes, so it's not that far away. That's where I'm actually going there tomorrow.
Sweet. All right. Let's try and set it up, and let's do some more of these podcasts. When does your series probably runs all year, huh? Because it's warm down there.
December. Yeah, December. Mid-December. That's our final race.